It's that time again. Get your weekly planners out and let's see what the magic of the moon has in store for you. Hello, beautiful people. Life can be a challenge, but at least we have each other. And in this video, I'll be going over the planetary shifts and moon cycles for the week of November 28th through December 4th. This way you will know exactly how these shifts will affect your mood and manifesting power. And all I ask in return is that you give that like button a little tap, a baby tap. Now I do have a quick announcement for you all. This will be the last Magic of the Moon video until after the new year. I will be putting out other videos in the meantime, but Magic of the Moon is going to be on hiatus. But don't worry, it will be back in the new year. Okay, no more wasting time. Let's go. So this week we will be continuing the momentum of Sagittarius season, and Neptune will also be going direct, which is a big shift in energy, so let's jump right into it. On Monday, November 28th, we will start the week off with a moon in Aquarius, which will be forming a positive aspect with Venus in Sagittarius, a positive aspect with Mars retrograde in Gemini, an intensifying aspect with Saturn in Aquarius, and a challenging aspect with Uranus retrograde in Taurus. So the following information, although it will apply to everyone, will be most intense for those of you that have a moon in Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So the moon's relationship with Venus, the planet of love and money, will amplify your charisma and attractiveness. So this can indicate the start of a new romantic connection, but more than anything, it lends to positive interactions in relationships of all kinds, which is a great energy for the start of the week. And the moon's relationship with Mars, the action planet of ambition, desire, and passion, will lend to a major boost in ambition and confidence, and also the inner knowing in terms of making the right decisions to move forward. However, remember that Mars is still retrograde, so even the most perfectly laid out plans can feel like you have challenges that make the process harder. So just make sure that if things aren't moving as smoothly or as quickly as you would like them to, do not give up. Continue to move forward and know that you will get to your destination. It just might not be on your exact timeline, but you will get there. And the moon's relationship with Saturn, the planet of responsibility and life lessons, will lend to some sort of conflict or challenging situation related to your home or your family life coming your way. But just know that this transit makes things seem much more dramatic than they actually are, so don't let your mind go to extreme places. If an issue comes up, you know the steps to take. You take a moment to take that breath, identify what you believe to be the solution, then communicate with an open mind and the intention of reaching a resolution, and do not let go of the conversation until a resolution is reached. And also don't let yourself get off track when it comes to point proving or defending yourself. And the moon's relationship with Uranus, the planet of awakenings and change, can lend to mood swings and a lack of patience. So just know that the only way that this can cause issues is if you are unaware and you're not being present. So connect to the present moment, be aware of your thoughts, and be aware of your power to choose what path your thoughts take. And you should be able to override any of the negative energy that Uranus may be bringing and instead capitalize on that positive energy from the connection with the other transits. So Monday will get off to an ambitious, high energy, highly emotionally charged start, and will continue into Tuesday, November 29th, as the moon remains in Aquarius. And this will take us into Wednesday, November 30th, where the moon will shift into Pisces at 12:15 a.m., which will form a very positive aspect with Jupiter in Pisces, but a challenging aspect with Mercury in Sagittarius, a challenging aspect with Venus in Sagittarius, and a challenging aspect with Mars in Gemini. So the following information will be for everyone, but it will be most intense for those of you with the moon in Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So the moon's relationship with Jupiter, the planet of good luck, expansion, and prosperity, will lend to an overall surge of good luck, and more specifically, anything that you start during this time will have a much higher likelihood of having a positive outcome. So this is great news, and we are going to need this good energy brought on by Jupiter, because the moon's relationship with Mercury, the planet of communication and learning, will amp up everyone's desire to point prove and be preachy. So obviously the way to counterbalance this energy is to not allow yourself to get caught up in defending your point, like I was talking about earlier, or trying to prove someone else wrong. Heated exchanges are okay, and they're going to happen in life, but you can choose whether you focus on solutions or whether you focus on who is right and who is wrong. And you know that following the who is right and who is wrong path is not a connecting conversation. Even if you do prove that you're right, it's not connecting the two of you. So why even entertain that energy? Find a solution and get back to enjoying your life. And the moon's relationship with Venus could amplify any tendencies to be needy or insecure. So it will be very important to catch yourself if you find yourself behaving from a place of paranoia or insecurity. Remember, speculation is the downfall of good communication, and good communication is the foundation of a strong relationship. So if you do feel like something is off, get the facts first, ask direct questions, and spend no time speculating or reacting to a story that you're creating in your head. And the moon's relationship with Mars can for sure heighten your irritability and your ignition point for clapping back. So starting Wednesday, you have to be extra diligent to stay connected to your higher self. Meditation at the start of your day, and actually short little moments of meditation throughout the day to stay connected, will be very beneficial in terms of keeping you from giving into that voice that we all have within, the other side of our best self, that can take you down that path of conflict and disconnect. So keep that in mind. Be prepared. I do not want you guys falling off your path due to emotional distractions that are definitely avoidable. And this will be important to keep this awareness going, because on Thursday, December 1st, the moon will remain in Pisces, and this will lead us into a big shift on Friday, December 2nd, as we start a weekend of double fire when the moon shifts into Aries at 4:41 a.m. Universal Time, which will be forming a positive aspect with Mercury in Sagittarius, a positive aspect with Venus in Sagittarius, a positive aspect with Mars in Gemini, and a positive aspect with Saturn and Aquarius. So the following information will apply to everyone, but will be most intense for those of you that have a moon in Aries, a moon in Leo, or a natal moon in Sagittarius. So the moon's relationship with Mercury will lend to seeing things more clearly and there being a balance between your emotions and your rational mind. So this is great news, especially if you did experience a bit of conflict or confusion while the moon was in Pisces and forming those challenging relationships. You will have now a much clearer picture when the Aries moon comes around, which will hopefully lead to resolving any issues that did arise that are still lingering. And the moon's relationship with Venus will lend to more emotional connection and harmony, which adds to that positive vibe of this Aries moon, and it makes Friday a fantastic date night. And the moon's relationship with Mars will lend to amplified confidence, amplified sexual connection and physical connection in your romantic relationships, and an overall boost to your enthusiasm and your passion. And the moon's relationship with Saturn will increase that emotionally mature part of who you are. So not only is all of this energy excellent for connections of all kinds, but if anything does come up, you are likely to handle it in a mature way. But don't get too comfortable, because it will still be a double fire energy with the sun and the moon in fire signs and a few other planets in fire signs. So it will be easy to let your reactive nature take over if you are triggered in some way. So although there will be good vibes and you will have a mature perspective, it will still be good to keep your awareness heightened so you don't give into any negative energy if you are presented with it. And this positive energy will continue into Saturday, December 3rd, as the moon remains in Aries, and this will also be the same day that Neptune goes direct. So let's talk a bit about what this means for you. Neptune retrograde was an intense transit that was meant to bring light to the areas of your life that may have been guarded by delusion or self-deception. Basically, if you have been avoiding the truth, either consciously or unconsciously, in any area of your life, this Neptune retrograde phase would have brought about the circumstances for you to face the harsh realities that you needed to face, so that you can deal with the truth and take the necessary actions to manifest what it is you want to manifest. And now that Neptune is going direct, your phase of deep spiritual transformation has now transitioned into a phase where you can put what you learned and who you have become from this transformation and from revealing the truth of situations, you can put all that into action. So this adds to your manifesting momentum and your manifesting power. So moving into the remainder of the year and into next year, this marks a strong phase of accomplishment regarding your goals. So it is definitely go time when it comes to achieving your goals. So make sure you do not hold back, that you believe in yourself, that you know the universe has your back, and that things are lined up to go your way. And we will close the week out on Sunday, December 4th, when the moon shifts into Taurus at 11:38 a.m. Universal Time, which will be forming a challenging aspect with Saturn in Aquarius. So the following information will apply to everyone, but it will be most intense for those of you with the moon in Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And the moon's relationship with Saturn will lend to you being more stubborn and closed-minded in relationships, and even more closed off. So after all those positive connecting vibes, the aspect the moon will form with Saturn on Sunday will make it much more likely to have conflict if you get triggered in some way. But you can easily avoid this by remaining open-minded. Don't bring up any drama from the past unless it's to resolve it and release it, and focus on spending your Sunday as a more relaxed day where you can recharge. As we know, not every day is meant to be a day for socializing. After the amped up energy of Friday and Saturday, more than likely you will need a bit of rest anyway. And this will prepare you for the week ahead, because we will be starting off that week with that challenging aspect that the moon in Taurus will be forming with Saturn in Aquarius. So the more prepared you are, the less challenging it will be. Okay, so there you have it. The magic of the moon and other planetary shifts and aspects for the upcoming week of Monday, November 28th through Sunday, December 4th. I hope you all enjoyed the information. If you did, don't forget the baby tap. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Don't forget, the Magic of the Moon videos will be on hiatus until after the new year, but I will have other videos coming your way, so keep an eye out for those. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and hang out with me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.